Item C, please.
I'd like to make a motion in accordance with our charter, bylaws, and ordinances to authorize the superintendent to submit to the Massachusetts School Building Authority this statement of interest dated September 20th, 2010 for Southampton Road Elementary School located at 330 Southampton Road here in Westfield, which describes and explains the following deficiencies as our priority for the School Building Authority. Priority number 5, replacement, renovation, or modernization of school facility systems such as roofs, windows, boilers, heating and ventilation systems to increase energy conservation and decrease energy-related costs at this facility.
Motion's made. Seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Cleland, yes. Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
And Chairman Knappich?
Yes. Item D, please.
I would like to make a motion in accordance with our charter, bylaws, and ordinances to authorize the superintendent to submit to the Massachusetts School Building Authority our statement of interest dated September 20th, 2010 for Westfield High School, located at 177 Montgomery Road here in Westfield, which describes and explains the following deficiencies and priorities for this building. Priority number 5, replacement, renovation, or modernization of school facility systems such as roofs, windows, boilers, heating and ventilation systems to increase energy conservation and decrease energy-related costs at this building.
Motion's been made. Seconded. Any discussion?
I just have,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Yes, I have a question. On this, it talks about inconsistent hot water. Right. Do we need to have some numbers to make our application stronger, or is this enough?
I believe the inconsistent hot water is tied into the overall boiler system. Right. We did have it checked by an engineer last year. It seems that when the boilers are down over the weekend, it takes most of the week for the hot water to get to another end of the building. Right. And so what I'm hoping to get out of this is a hot water heater or another or better system to distribute that hot water.
No, I agree wholeheartedly with your intent. I'm just wondering if our application would be stronger if we said so many days a week there's no hot water, or
I could try to do better on that narrative.
Yes, ma'am.
But we must have a report from last year that you can attach to it, right?
Yes,
a copy of that report. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Any further discussion?
Motion with the amended report.
Okay. Make a motion to amend.
Second. To attach last year's.
Attach documentation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Cleland, yes. Mr. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
And Chairman Knappich?
Yes. Item E.
One more.
One more. Hang in
And
there.
the last
Doing good.
one, the one that's in most dire need, right?
Hillary, this one's for you.
Yeah. I'd like to make a motion in accordance with our charter, bylaws, and ordinances to authorize the superintendent to submit to the Massachusetts School Building Authority the statement of interest dated September 20th, 2010 for the Westfield Vocational Technical High School located at 33 Smith Avenue here in Westfield. This document describes and explains the following deficiencies in the priority category for which Westfield intends to apply. Priority number 5, replacement, renovation, or modernization of a school facility system such as roofs, windows, boilers, heating and ventilation systems to increase energy conservation and decrease energy-related costs at this facility.
Second.
Motion's been made. Seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none? Yes, ma'am.
The only, is it true the boilers are 70 years
One of
old in
them.
that
Yeah, I have
building?
two that are
Yes.
Yeah.
Should go down here in the basement.
See
You're
it.
gonna see old. Go down Avenue Gibbs.
I'm running out of duct tape.
Yeah. Go down City Hall.
Motion for duct tape.
People have a problem
Yes,
with
ma'am.
boiler being
Just so
open.
that everybody wants to see this
Yes.
list on the deficiencies.
Yes.
Particularly
The public records,
the
right.
specific deficiencies are listed at each particular building.
Yeah.
So
That's part of the
for anybody.
Will that be, are you making a motion to add that?
Oh, no, I'm
No,
just
sorry,
saying
yeah,
for the public, if anybody wishes
The
to
application
view
goes in as
this,
is
that
the
it
MSBA.
it specifically states the specific, by, needs at that building.
Yeah.
Can I say one more?
Yes, ma'am.
And also, I think we should also add to this what the repair costs have been. I mean, that boiler being 70 years old, I think is ridiculous that it hasn't been replaced before then, or even a higher priority. 70-year-old boiler, I don't even know how it's still even functioning.
Better not ask too much.
So, I mean,
The whole system's riddled.
It's a vocational high school.
I just,
Good workmanship.
I'm
Hillary says a prayer
flabbergasted
every
that it's
morning,
taken
so-
all of it.
I used to think 70 was old.
Yeah.
We're test firing the boiler at City Hall tomorrow this year.
Are you? We've tested them already. They do run.
No, I mean, you know, these are all
I just
good
think
points.
it's a shame.
We're not in any greater or lesser significance and problematic scenario than other districts around us. I mean, I've consulted in school departments for 20 years in this arena, and they're all in tough shape, there's no question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that, you know, we can say more than inconsistent this, or 70-year-old boiler for that, or, you know, cost of repairs that are good.
Well, you know what I can tell you from my own experience with that kind of work is you could have a boiler that's 70 years old and runs pretty darn well and pretty reliable, but the issue today becomes efficiency. So a boiler like that might be 50% or 60%, where a new one would be 85 or 90. So
That's correct.
So that's really where the issue is. And this also plays to the point where we had a company come in, remember, and did a complete audit of the system. And just on the school buildings, from a very high view, they said just by reviewing the bills with an upgrade system-wide, that they could save, we could save $400,000 per year, or aggregate total, to be applied towards the other boilers in the system that we could address, you know. So there's no question these things are big money to get rid of, but the big savings is over the years of efficiency.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
I just comment said, you know, boiler in the upper campus is prone to breakdown and repair.
Yeah.
Every week.
Well, it's breakdown, it's annual. We're tossing a lot of money into it off annually.
$50,000 a year or whatever.
Well, it's thousands, you know. We get up in that, you know, we get into replacing a section. If you know how that boilers are set up, we have section, you know, it's 4,000 to 5,000 a section. So you have a cracked section, it has to be removed. The boiler's inoperable until it's replaced. And then you have the other parts of the boiler that wear out, mud drives and various other little parts that are really hard to get at. We have to dismantle the whole piping system to get at it.
I'm just concerned that somebody who reads this isn't as knowledgeable about what needs to be done as you are.
Well, I'd have to say that down at MSBA, the people that
They
deal
know
with
what
this,
they're
they know the
doing.
deal.
They know what they're doing.
All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Cleveland, yes. Mr. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
And Chairman Knappich?
Yes. Thank you, sir. Good luck. I'll keep my fingers crossed for the start.
I know, we'll be all right.
All
It's
right.
gonna be nice and 70 until the middle of December this year anyways.
No snow this year.
No snow.
No snow.
Okay.